This video, I'm going to tell you why your solar return reading is important, why it's different from your natal chart, and also the offering that's going with that. So right now you're looking at a chart that's a solar return chart. Definitely looks like a natal chart, but there's a major difference, which I will be explaining to you. So around the time of your birth, this is all going to go on your birth date. This chart you're looking at, it can be cast, and it's going to show you what you're likely to experience over whatever period of time you're looking for. They call it the solar return because that's when the sun basically returns in the area at the time you were born. Now, in your natal chart, you heard of the ecliptic and the ascendant. Both of these are based on where the sun was at a location at the moment of birth. But your solar return is based on where that sun will be about a year later at the year of your birth. And I'm going to tell you why that's important. So it's going to show you where the sun reached the precise degree and minute that it occupied your birth. And this is what makes my channel, what I do, so much advanced than other ones, because they don't always deal with your degrees, and they don't always deal with the numerology on your natal charts. And that is unbelievably important, because all this is about your predictive life. What's going on in your day, how your day is going to go, how your week's going to go, how your love, your finance, your family, your animal, whatever you got going on, you best believe it's going to be there. And I've gone over readings. I try to do my reading regularly when I can. I just stay busy. But unbelievably, I've had situations where I had a problem with a bumblebee, and that was on my reading for that day. They'll tell you when visitors are coming. One time, Terry Nassan told me I had neighbors next door, and I was like, those people got evicted in that house over there. There's nobody over there. But come to find out that the lady that owns the house was back in it. Not the one that got evicted, but the people she let go in there. Now, it's precision. That's why they said precise degree and minute occupied at your birth. Now, when that sun returns, the solar return, it's going to return, could be on the day of, but usually not. The day before or the day after. Because, you got 365 days, but you also got leap years and a whole lot of different things. So, it may return on the day. I think somebody, like I just had a really unique natal chart. Yeah, I had somebody that was born exactly at a new moon. That's very unique. Exactly at the moment of a new moon, this person was born. So that's very unique. If you see somebody where the sun actually returns exactly where it was when they were born, I'm going to want to know who that person is. I'm going to want to know that natal chart. So she's saying, this person is saying, this expert is saying that that's when you're really supposed to make your birthday wish. At that moment. At the moment that sun hits that precise degree and minute that it occupied when you were born. That's when you should make your wish. And I'm going to say it again, all of this is real. A lot of stuff going on with me. I walk outside, and the location where this situation is the big deal, it's a black cat right there. He didn't know. I know this kid. Cat's been in the neighborhood now for about 1.5 to 2 years. And for the first time, it didn't run. And I was not in a playing mood. I was not in a good mood. And it looked like that cat was trying to console me. Like, I know what they're doing to you. Don't worry. We got your back. He didn't run. He just sat there. While I was out there, he just sat there. And I've had that before. I had one time I'm going up the street. And the street I was going down is known for supernatural stuff. And I was trying to help somebody else. A similar scenario like this. I get trapped up in a whole lot of people that really don't deserve it. And I was trying to help this person. And my car breaks down on this street on this dark night. And this street is known for the supernatural. This is a true story. So I'm out there. I'm mad like I was tonight. I'm mad because of the situation that's going on. I feel like, whenever you feel like you're getting jammed, you're mad. And I notice, I try to get out the car to see what's wrong with it. And I notice a cat. And the cat did what this cat did. It just sat there. And I said, why is this cat sitting here? But I know what street I'm on. It's a very supernatural street. It's been that way ever since I've known, decades. So I got back. When I looked at the car, Car started. I opened up the trunk, looked at the car, got it started, jumped back in the car, and then the cat got up to get ready to walk again. I put my foot on the accelerator. The car went a little bit and stopped again. That cat sat down again. And I can't believe what's going on, because this is way before I understood metaphysics. To be honest with you, this stuff started happening around 2004 when I started to have a relationship with planet Venus. All the stuff I'm telling you is true, but that's how important these charts are. That's how important these readings are. And it's important that you get it done by people who know what they're talking about for your own benefit. So anyway, that cat waited. Again, I went back out, opened up the hood again, messed around with it. I don't know what I did. Because remember, this is 15 years ago. Jump back in the car. It starts again. And I start to drive with the car. And then that's when that cat got up again and started walking up the street. I never saw. But I've had times when my car broke down and birds will fly. Like the blackbirds will fly and they'll just wait. They'll wait the whole time till the tow truck gets there and everything. But I can tell you more and more stuff like this. Stuff with mockingbirds. To go on and go on and go on. So this stuff is really real. This is your real power, but it all depends on what you're tapping into. If you're using it as bubblegum astrology, you're doing yourself a great disservice. You've got to get to the point where you tap back into what you really are, who you really are, and then that's when you're going to see the power and everything you want in your life. You're going to start to see it one way or another. This is all about your confidence, your affirmations, and your faith. How much you really believe. Just like the scriptures tell you. So they say your solar return is a very potent moment because it infuses you one more time with all the potential the sun sign infused you with. And believe me, I will be looking into lunar return as well, but not with this one. This one is all about the solar return. So they try to tell you, don't you know how happy you are, especially if you got friends and family and loved ones, where it's your birthday and you just feel like it's your day, nothing better go wrong, everybody better treat you right. Where are your gifts? But you got all this energy. So they say, never notice how saturated you are with vitality around your birthday, that solar return? That's because of the direct result of the sun in the sky connecting to your natal sun. So they say, whether you know it or not, at your solar return or at your birthday, this is the moment each year in your life to begin the next chapter. So just like when a full moon, you're making intentions and things, or a new moon, you should be doing the same thing with your making goals and intentions with your solar return. And I'm sure a lot of you guys do spend time in the sun. That's very important. But you're always told to get out in nature and get out in the sun. So they're saying, but how you make your intentions, that's why you need your solar return. Because your solar return is already telling you what to expect in the year to come. So now remember, the location of your chart is not going to be your birth location, because this is not a birth natal chart. This is a solar return chart. So you should try to use the location, the location you were in at your last solar return. Where were you? What city? What state? What town? If not the country, if not USA, state, what country? Because that's where your energy imprint occurs. Fascinating. Now they're saying at the moment you took your first live breath, the planetary energy patterns into the sky imprint onto your physical body. But I'm trying to teach you guys that. That's why I got different channels. I'm trying to teach you guys. You don't understand how important what he just said. Because people out here, they go by views. I don't go by views. I go by whatever's spoken to the universe. Because whether they're listening or not, they're still forced to go by whatever spoken to the universe. And that's what they just told you. Well, your birth chart works because at the moment you took your first live breath, the planetary energy patterns into the sky imprint onto your physical body. That's why I never worry about numbers. All this stuff that you guys are locked into in this physical world, I just don't worry about. I keep it spirit, try to keep it spiritual as possible. I know it's hard. I know it's hard, but you're doing yourself a disservice. Once again, bubblegum astrology, worrying about everything you were taught, this matrix taught you. You got to remember, it's his story and a demon country. You got to remember that. If you know about etymology and stuff like that, numerology, and you start to understand, you start to unwind from the matrix and tap back into what's above you. And that's why they're so quick to tell you, oh, astrology is stupid. Oh, God hates you if you do astrology. I've been a Bible believing, if you want to say Christian, go ahead, my whole freaking life. So I know what the Bible says, and I know what's really going on. But I know you can manipulate people if you want to. Bottom line, I don't want you to tap back into your power. The purpose of this ministry is to tell you the truth, hopefully so that you tap back into your power and get away from all that self-destructive stuff, wonder why your relationships are failing, family life's not going that great, everything seems everything seems like no matter what happens, something bad happens. Like in my case with the car, horrible car at the time, horrible situation, and I'm on one of the most horriblest streets in the area. Anything could happen on that street. But yet the universe still took care of me. You got to tap back in. So your solar return, a lot of people get this. It's been a big one. I've been asked about it before. Somebody who asked me about it recently, she's been supporting me a long time. And I want to say just one thing. I want to say one thing. Because this is how special she is. This is how special she is. Somebody pranked her. One of her girlfriends. Oh, I think I got this guy for you. And I've got his natal information. And she said, nah, I've been trying and trying. I think I'm just going to work on myself a little bit. So her friend said, no, he's really a good guy. And started telling her natally why. Because he has a cancer in this house. And that. So she said, okay. So she contacted me. And I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. So I'm like, okay, cool. No problem. I got it. So I'm looking into this guy. You know, studying everything, learning. Now, towards the end of the read, for whatever reason, I don't remember why I do what I do, but again, you got a lot of things you think is you. It's like your higher self. And whenever I'm working on other people's natal charts, like any energy associated with them come along, or if I'm doing an angel card reading, any energy associated with those people for the read come around. So something told me to put his birth date in a search engine, which I did. And all of a sudden, this natal chart comes up with this guy's picture, but I still don't know who this is. So I think this is just an average guy. And I'm like, well, listen, he already got a natal. So I sent her an email. I said, listen, he's already got a natal chart. And it was kind of late at night. And I was real busy. It was just late at night. She may have wrote me back, but I was really doing like a billion things. And I was trying to go to sleep because I think I had to go to work the next day, if I'm not mistaken. I really forget. I forget if I had to work or not. I just don't remember. I know I was trying to get off the internet because it was getting closer and closer, like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I was tired. So anyway, you know how some of my videos be real long. So I think that was a longer video. So anyway, I uploaded, fell asleep, but then I woke back up. So when I woke back up, I just felt like something was wrong. Why would this guy have all his personal information and stuff on the internet like that? So I did send her. I said, tell that guy to get that stuff off the internet. Like, that's not safe. So then I looked, I dug deeper and found out this guy was a celebrity. So therefore her friend was pranking her. So now she could have been mad because she paid for that reading and I didn't know. So sometimes when you get mad at everybody because you get mad because you got pranked. You get mad because you just spent whatever. You just get, and then you're kind of mad at the guy because you're like, well, he should have known, which there's no way I could have known. No way I could have known. By the time I realized anything, it was all done. So now, I don't know if she's mad or not, you know. So I sent her one email, and I didn't hear from her, but I'm used to it now. Some people, that's just how they are. It doesn't mean they're mad, doesn't mean anything. They just don't respond. So I don't even worry about it. They respond, they respond. If they don't, they don't. So I'm minding my own business, like the following night or something, and I happen to look down on YouTube, the home page, and they have a video about two pharmacies compete, like confronting each other. And it's some black guys. So I'm saying, what is this about? So I click on that video, and it was the funniest thing I've seen in so long. That video is so hilariously funny. So I start emailing everybody because I'm over here cracking up. So I'm emailing her, and I guess I emailed her too. So she comes back to me, and she's cracking up too. So she's not even mad about getting pranked, or she's laughing. The very next day, her twin flame and her contacted and had a great conversation. They were in separation. So what I'm trying to tell you guys is that's how the universe tests you. And the Bible says this too. Entertaining angels unaware. You might be somewhere and somebody that looks like a bum comes up to you out of nowhere and goes, hey, I'm down on my luck. Could you help me out? And you might say, man, I ain't helping this. No, I'm not helping this bum. But you don't realize that. And then you look around and he's gone. And you say, where could that bum have went? It's nothing out here. How did that bum get away so fast? But that's entertaining angels unaware. You were just given a test that maybe if you had responded a little bit differently, you would have had a blessing coming. Like her blessing was reuniting with her twin. Because she said, because I know it was something supernatural about that reading I did, that I didn't know it was a celebrity. Because I even had a feeling off of it. And he was a Leo, and I'm a Leo. But she said ever since that read, she was getting ringing in her ear, and all this strange stuff was happening, and she reconnected with her twin. So what I'm trying to teach you guys out here is how the universe really works. Not bubblegum astrology, and not whatever you're being told by the powers that be to put you in the matrix in the first place. Because they took your power away from you. And it's his story. In other words, he's lying about everything. He's giving you his story that's going to benefit him, not you. And Raziel is the Archangel of the Doreen Virtue Archangel Oracle cards. He's a Leo just like me. And he tells you to take back your power. The same thing I'm telling you. And the Leo is all about the sun. Or, in this case, the solar return. So when you do a solar return reading, it's all going to be where these placements are now on the chart. And they're basically implying to you that those placements are going to have a imprint in your life for at least a year. So now you know how to make intentions. You know what to look out for. And you're especially going to look at where your sun was at the time of your birth, what house, what degree, and where it is now. Because that's going to be significant. In fact, I'm going to tell you that's going to be kind of like a prophecy. But it's a solar prophecy. But over here in the Western world, we worry a lot about the sun. But in the East, they worry a lot about the moon. So that's why I said I will be looking into even lunar returns and stuff like that. I tell everybody to get their moon reading. Because your moon reading is not your sun sign. It's not your sun reading. So you got to make sure you get your moon reading too. Again, now the sun's placement in different houses. Again, you see me do that all the time. So we'll be bringing that out, whether it's in the house or what's ever going on with it. What to look forward to in that period of time. I'm getting ready to do a solar return chart now on this channel between the day and tomorrow. And that's the person who I'm talking about. That's the person who requested this. The person I just got finished saying. See, she'll do fine because not only is she using astrology, using her natal chart, she's also learning this stuff. So you'll eventually see, if she's not already, she might already be on YouTube. But she'll do fine because she's actually living it. Just like I actually live this. That's why no matter what goes on, I don't worry about it. Because I'm one with the universe. I'm not going to get caught up in the politics of this life and the stabbing each other in the back, smiling in each other's face, and the stuff people do. Like I did. Somebody's doing me very wrong right now. But I walk outside to the right location, and there's a black cat just there. He doesn't run. Normally, the cat tends to move away. Normally, that cat, if he sees you, will kind of move away or walk away or go up the street or whatever. Not this time. That cat did not move. And I just looked at it. The cat looked at me. I looked at it. And I said, I'm not in no mood to play with you today. In other words, I don't care what you do. If you're going to run, go ahead and run. If you ain't going to run, I don't care. And he could tell I was pissed off. And then he just looked at me and just sat there like that other cat did. As I said, I know what you're going through, but don't worry, we got you. All right, so I'm just making sure I covered everything on this solar return chart. So they say with a solar return chart is an incredibly useful tool to add to your astrological toolbox. Think back on the years you had life-changing moments, such as marriage, career milestones, move, divorce, or a major life change. But I mean, even like meeting somebody, that's a major. Like I had a great, unbelievable experience with my soulmate yesterday. For me, it was great. And not only that, I wish you guys watched that video, because then that whole day, every reading I took was about her, and she was giving me all these messages. Even a card that came out looks exactly like her and shit. It was fucking weird, but she gave me so much information. And then on my other channel, the number 2828 came up, and number 2828 is everything she said through the readings. So that's just freaking awesome. So that's why I said, whenever I have to deal with the BS of this life, it's always stuff like that that makes me know I made the right choice. You know, because I got more than just people who are fallible, who are gonna lie to you, who are gonna hurt you, who are gonna let you down, and then deny it, which only hurts you even worse. But I got something greater than that. I'm tapped back into the freaking universe, and the power there is unbelievable. So that will be your solar return. That is an offer as well. There is one offer out here now, but that's for your natal chart, and that's anybody that needs a natal chart. But that offer will end at 11 a.m. tomorrow. But that's definitely an unbelievable price for that. So for your solar return, because it's the full read, it's a little bit different, but it's still in that range. So you ain't got to worry. It's not a lot of money, but it's not that price, because that price is a sales price. So again, let me see how I'm going to do this. Okay, in the description box, any information you have, I already explained the solar return. If you don't have the most recent services offered and priceless, contact me. Everything is through PayPal. So in the description box is more information. If you've never read the description box, it's in there. And if you want your solar return done, contact me. And very briefly, you will see a solar return being done. You can use both charts if you want, your birth chart and your natal chart, as far as putting them together and looking at them. But it all depends. You don't necessarily have to do that. What you have with a solar return, you just have to know where the placements are on that chart, the solar return chart. But I may still do it both ways. I'm not sure. Anyway, that will conclude this video. Make sure you're trying to get something done. Make sure you're getting it done by someone like me who knows what they're doing, not bubblegum astrology, or not somebody who's going to make you feel good, but you're still nowhere near your twin or your soulmate or anybody you're trying to connect with, because that's bubblegum astrology, and that's good for a person jerking you, but it's not necessarily good for you. So be like my friend, who me or her are progressively getting through this all the time, and we're both like improving our crafts all the time, and we're both seeing unbelievably great results all the time. So do it the right way, and then let the universe bless you. God bless.